Hi students, good morning to everybody. It is my pleasure to take Biozoology for you. That is a chapters what we have in our syllabus. So far I have talked about the introductory part. There is also a part of the lesson that is under the circulatory system. I will discuss later. Now I would like to enter into the volume number 1, Biozoology. So it includes just what we have 3 units. The unit 1 includes chapter 1, Living World, chapter 2, Kingdom and Mammalia. And unit 2, chapter 3, Tissue Level of Organization. That is under the different tissues we have to talk about. And also it includes chapter 4, Organ and Organ Systems in Animals. What is studied in 10th standard? The structure of cockroach, the structure of earthworm, the structure of frog. That is a chapter. That is what is called the well-known chapter for you. That is the chapter 4, Organ and Organ Systems in Animals. But I am not taking the chapter 1, 2, 3 or 4 now, because I would like to take the very important part, what we call physiology. You know what is physiology? The study of functions of organs and organ systems. The study of functions of organs and organ systems. So here the physiology is included under unit 3 in volume 1, which includes 3 lessons in volume 1. Number 1, digestion and absorption. Number 2, respiration. That is what we call chapter 6. And chapter 7, body fluids and circulation. So these are the lessons included under volume 1, that is unit 1, unit 2, unit 3, totally 7 chapters. So you have to go through first the important lessons. We will come back to either chapter 1, 2, 3 or 4 at a later stage. Now chapter 5, digestion and absorption. This is a chapter I would like to take. So this is the lesson we are starting as per the syllabus. So go through the video and then study well. I am just mostly stick on to the facts as given in the book. Not deviating more, only for the need I will go for that one. But I am not just looking into need for it. As we are all just coming from 10th standard, we are frightened about the senses. So you have to go slowly. Now and then you can clear your doubts also. The next class I will clarify it. You post it, that is in what we call the WhatsApp in the form of messages. Now I would like to go in the form of, that is question wise, whatever given in the book. So we have volume 1, unit 3, chapter 5, digestion and absorption. Now what is digestion? So we are eating macromolecules. We are eating macromolecules in the form of rice or dal or any other vegetables. All are in the form of macromolecules like carbohydrates, proteins, fats, etc. Now these macromolecules cannot be taken directly into the cells. They should be broken into smaller micromolecules in absorbable form. The process of breakdown of complex macromolecules into smaller micromolecules in absorbable form, that process is called digestion. So I write down in the form of equation what is digestion. We have to go for absorption the next stage. Now we are taking what is called complex macromolecules. Complex macromolecules. They are being converted into smaller micromolecules in absorbable form. This process is called digestion. This is the process. So we are taking carbohydrates, proteins, fats. These are the complex materials. They cannot enter directly into the cells. So that they have to be broken into smaller micromolecules. which is in absorbable form. That process is called digestion, and which is being catalyzed by some organic what is called molecules released by the living cells, and they are called enzymes. They are called enzymes. So with the help of enzymes, the complex macromolecules get converted into smaller micromolecules in absorbable form. That process called digestion. We will talk about in detail later. If we are taking digestion, there are two types of digestion. Intracellular digestion. Another one, extracellular digestion. In intracellular digestion, digestion occurs within the cells. Say an example, amoeba. Here it occurs within the cells. Or in the case of sponges, within the cells. But if you are taking human body or mammals, the digestion occurs within the body, not within the cells, within the body, in the lumen of the intestine, in the cavity of the digestive tract. That means digestion occurs outside the cells by the activity of enzymes, but within the body, in the lumen or the cavity of digestive system. That digestion is called extracellular digestion. So, we have extracellular digestion. That is, digestion occurs outside the cells, but within the body. Okay, remember that one. We have extracellular digestion. Now, let's go. What is the importance of food? Why we have to take the food? Number one, just normally the food provides energy. Provides energy and organic substances in the form of carbohydrates, proteins and fats for growth. We need these materials for growth. So that is the one provided by food. The second one, once we have any dead cells after injury, they are called wound cells. The meaning for wound, damaged tissues after injury. For the replacement of bone or damaged tissues, for the replacement of bone or damaged tissues, for that we need. That is what is called healing process, rejuvenation process. Then, we also have various activities in the body to regulate and coordinate the various activities in the body. For example, the minerals, the vitamins, they are considered as the regulating substances. Vitamins and minerals are considered as the regulating substances. They regulate the various activities of the body. The deficiency of vitamins or minerals result in the development of various diseases. That's about what we have the importance of food. Now, what are the various components of food? That's the next one. What are the different nutrients or components that constitute the food? We have normally 6 major types, along with 2 more also. Now they are carbohydrates, proteins and fats. These are all macromolecules in the form of rice or wheat, or in the form of, you see that one, milk, curd, etc., or in the form of grains, particularly protein-rich foods for the dal varieties. That is what we have the pulses. Vitamins, these are all the minor components, they require only trace amounts. These are all the major components, carbohydrates, proteins and fats, they require a large amount. Whereas vitamins, the minerals, they are the regulators of the body, they need only trace amounts. Along with fibers, the one responsible for normal bowel movement. The meaning for bowel movement, I am using the word bowel. Regular elimination of waste from the body. Regular elimination of undigested waste from the body is called bowel movement. So, we need fibers in the form of cellulose along with water, which is also considered as a regulator along with vitamins and minerals. These are the different nutrients or the components that constitute what's called the food. How can we get all these materials? The main sources of these food materials are one the plant, another one animal. So plant and animals are the sources of these nutrients. Now the next one, why we need the digestive system? What is its importance? What is the need to have a digestive system? I'll tell you now. Plants do not have the digestive system. The reason, they are autotrophs. They can prepare their own food materials. That's why there is no need for them to have a digestive system. But what is the need to have a digestive system in humans or animals? The reason for that one, I mentioned already, we are eating complex macromolecules. These large molecules cannot directly enter in the cells. So these molecules have to be broken into smaller micromolecules, which are in absorbable form. For that process, for breaking the complex macromolecules into simpler ones, we need the digestive system. Breaking the complex into simpler ones. For that we need the digestive system. Then only these micromolecules can be absorbed by the digestive tract. This is one answer. Now what is the primary function of the digestive system? The primary function of the digestive system is normally to bring the various nutrients, the electrolytes in the form of minerals and water from the external environment into every body cells through, that is a circulatory system. So what was space in writing here? See that one. The primary function of digestive system is to bring nutrients, water and electrolytes from the external environment into every cell through circulatory system. That is the main function or the primary function of the digestive system. Now if you are taking the digestive system, the process of digestion involves a number of processes. Altogether we can say 5 processes. So what are the processes that involve digestion? What are the processes that involve digestion? That's the next one. The process of digestion involves a number of processes. Number 1, ingestion. It is nothing but the eating process or intake of food. Simply intake of food or eating process. Then digestion. This is nothing but the breakdown of complex food materials into simple, soluble, absorbable micromolecules. Simple, soluble, absorbable micromolecules. That process is called digestion with the help of enzymes. The next one, absorption. It is nothing but the passage of substances, that is the broken substances, the similar substances, from the cavity of the intestine just into the bloodstream by passing through the wall of the alimentary canal. Simple passage of nutrients from the lumen of the intestine into the bloodstream. That is called absorption. Absorption of micromolecules into the bloodstream. The entry from the intestine into the bloodstream. That process is called absorption. We'll see the various mechanisms of absorption. Either passively or actively, the materials are entering into the bloodstream. Now assimilation. So there is a old saying, we are what we eat. If you are taking assimilation, the meaning for assimilation, simply, we are what we eat. We are what we eat. The meaning for that one, conversion of food. Conversion of food into body substance. Conversion of food into body substance, namely the protoplasm or the cells. So assimilation. Now this is the process of conversion of absorbed food substances to become the cellular components, namely the protoplasm. That's why I say assimilation is nothing but we are what we eat. Whatever substance we are eating, they are being converted into the body cells, the protoplasm. That is nothing but simple definition of conversion of food into body substance, and that is called assimilation process. After the food material is being absorbed, certain materials are left as undigested waste. The process of elimination of such undigested waste through anus is called digestion. Digestion is a process of elimination of undigested waste. These are the 5 events together called as digestion. It's not simply digestion only, these are the events associated with the digestion. Now if you are taking digestive system, what are the components of digestive system? The digestive system includes 2 components, 1 alimentary canal and 2 digestive glands. We'll discuss about it. Now let's see the various components of the digestive system. It includes number 1, the long tubular structure, a muscular structure, the alimentary canal, and number 2, the digestive glands. These are the two major components. The associated glands of the digestive system are called the digestive glands. What is the alimentary canal? If you are taking the total length of the alimentary canal, it is given differently in different books. So a range of 8 to 10 meters is the length of alimentary canal, a long muscular tube. It starts with an anterior opening, that's the mouth, and ends posteriorly with another opening, what is called anus. In between, it is variously modified to do the process of digestion. Now, mouth, it leads to the buccal cavity or oral cavity, which leads into pharynx, then esophagus, the food tube, then stomach, the storage organ for food, then the small intestine, the place of digestion, rectum, the place of storage of waste, and finally opens out through the anus. Okay, these are all the different components. Now, what is the role of mouth? I want to conclude up to buccal cavity. As it is the first class, I don't know, give more stress to you. First understand, then you will go further one by one. I will increase the time too. Now, what is the role of mouth? The mouth is considered the reception of food, which leads to the buccal cavity and oral cavity. Now, what happens in the oral cavity or buccal cavity? What are the components present in the buccal cavity? Okay, let's see. Now, let us see the various components of the alimentary canal one by one. The first one is the mouth. What is its function? I mentioned already it is an anterior opening concerned with the reception of food, intake of food. The food is being received only through the mouth, the oral opening, which leads into the second part, what is called the buccal cavity or oral cavity. Now, the buccal cavity and oral cavity, it performs two functions and has two important organs. Here, the chemical actually digestion and mechanical digestion both are initiated. So here the mechanical digestion and chemical digestion is initiated. How? Now the mechanical digestion is initiated by chewing, otherwise called mastication. The chewing process is called mastication, grinding, mastication. This is called what is known as chewing. So the mechanical digestion is initiated by chewing with the help of the two components present in the buccal cavity. One, the teeth, another one, just we have the tongue. Chemical digestion is initiated by the breakdown with the help of what is called the enzymes. The chemical digestion is initiated by salivary enzymes secreted by 3 pairs of salivary glands. So these are the two major reactions taking place. One mechanical digestion, another one chemical digestion. As I mentioned, now the oral cavity and the buccal cavity includes two components. We have two components are present within the buccal cavity and oral cavity. One teeth, another one tongue. Now we have to discuss about the teeth and tongue with reference to them in the next class. As it's the first class, I don't want to give more stress to you. So watch the video. I stick on to the concept what is given in the book. Okay, use that video for your just possible memorizing the facts when you have the test. Okay, thank you. Till then, goodbye.